Hello traders, welcome to the Wednesday trade recap and forecast. The market overall is range bound, but that does mean that possibly the market is cooking something up and that we will get a large move up or a large move down. So we're patient as always. Markets can switch in a second. So on the 1 hour chart, in just 3 or 4 hours, we can get a nice trade opportunity. That is why we're monitoring the chart still. So let's get into the euro and the US dollar. Basically, range bound on the overall scale. Out of all of the pairs, this one does not look promising. I'm seeing an ascending structure going into a descending structure, and I'm seeing loads of wicks, loads of indecision, breaking the lows retracing, breaking the highs retracing. So very, very bad price action. Did not have an opportunity to get in on any trade anywhere in this area. So I'm being very patient with EU, especially since EU ranges for a really long time. So this pair is known to range. What I'm looking for is, of course, a large impulse down, flag or a break and they retest, or a large impulse up and then a flag or a break and they retest. So no liquidity areas that I can spot currently, not really a flat range. I'm just looking for cleaner price action. Also, these wicks are a major concern, so loads of wicks means that there is no real momentum in the markets and no real decision whether to go up or down. So we need the market makers to make a decision, and then we will look to get in on their on the trend. Get in on the trend, right? Once the market makers push the market up or down, then we get in on the trend. EJ, it's looking a bit cleaner. So clear liquidity takeouts in these areas. Here, here, and even here before that. What do I mean by liquidity takeouts? Well, I'm seeing a real flat range. So loads of liquidity above and below the range. Looks like the upper liquidity has been taken out 3 times. So you can see here taken out, here with this huge wick taken out, this taken out with another huge wick. So what does that mean? Well, I'm expecting the price to go down. Possibly the market makers have filled up their short positions. So I am expecting this market to go down, but I still need to see evidence. One thing I don't like is loads of wicks on the Japanese pairs. That is a major concern. So just look at the size and the number of these huge wicks. So you can see here, here, huge wick, here wicks again. That's not really what you want to be seeing as a trend trader, but possibly if we get a push down, I will look to sell. Again, I'm expecting the price to go down. And overall, this does look ascending. Not really clean, more of a corrective ascending structure, but ascending nonetheless. So that's about it for EJ. We can also get a push up. It's always possible. And if we do, I will look for a large impulse, then a flag or a break in the retest as usual. So yeah, that's the analysis for EJ. It looks better than EU, but still looking quite range bound. AU, well, AU is correctively moving down. Also not really showing me what I want to be seeing. On the larger scale, I'm seeing sort of an ascending structure right here, going into a descending structure. So range bound on the overall scale. And also maybe you can make a case for a V reversal here. So expecting a larger range in this area possibly, and then a move down. To be honest, AU does not look clean. So I'm looking for a large impulse down or a large impulse up. I believe the Japanese pairs are looking a bit better than the dollar pairs. Okay, moving on. AJ also looks pretty range bound. Yeah, very, very range bound. So scratch that. The Japanese pairs are not looking that good. This is stuck in this sideways box. Basically, no real sustained moves up or down. Not seeing consecutive red or consecutive blue candles. all of the moves end up just retracing. So being a lot more patient on this one as well. There was one opportunity to get in on a short right here on a reversal. I didn't take it. Basically, this was on Monday. Maybe some traders have seen this ascending and then this nice move down and a nice close. For me, I know most reversals fail on the Aussie Japanese yen, so like 80 to 90% of the reversals lose money. That is why I don't want to be taking reversals. And overall price is range bound, so it's not coming from an impulse. The best reversals do come after a trend, so like this and then ascending, or like this and then a descending. So basically after a trend, and this is just coming from a range. Prior price action is range bound before the ascending, which makes it even less probability. And then it was Monday, which just makes any trade less probability, because on Monday we are expecting a larger range, which is exactly what happened next, right? So any traders would have been stopped out with this candle, unfortunately, and then price just started to range around and then descend. So yeah, just a larger range. What to look for? As on all of the pairs, look for a large impulse up or a large impulse down, like this. That's about it for AJ. Nothing more to say. Looking for it to move away from the structure. GU had no trade opportunity, but there was an interesting formation right here. Right here, what I was seeing a V and a range. It was looking pretty clean, I have to say. V, flat range, and the range was really flat and tight, which I do like, and then move up. I was looking for a nice push here for a nice break in a retest. It would be extremely high probability in my opinion, so I was looking for this. Unfortunately, next candle broke and left a wick, so no clean close, no large break, no trade for me, but I was liking the structure. I still like the structure, and after this structure I do expect the price to continue trending up. So as I said, I really like this tight range. By tight range I mean it's not moving up or down substantially. This would be like a really wide range, and you can just see that this is very flat. Okay, so I am expecting the price to move up. Not really counting on this structure that much anymore. I wanted to see a nice close here. Now it just kind of started to range around, so it is a warning sign. Warning sign that we will get more of a range, but if we do push up, which I do expect, I will look to buy on a flag or on a break and they retest. That would be high probability in my opinion. Price does not have to go up. It can go down as always. We never know where the markets will go. We just know that there is a higher probability for it to go up than down. So in this case, I would say the probabilities are for the price to continue moving up, but again, it's not the rule. If it goes down, I will look to sell, of course, but I would need some large momentum and a nice large impulse. NJ is extremely range bound, but that does not necessarily have to be a warning sign. So you can see stuck in this flat range, and what we can get is price can just start trending to the upside, as you saw here. So basically heavy range, and then just in 5, 6, 7 hours we got a nice push up and we got a trade opportunity right here. So all it takes is a few hours for the price to clean up, and this may just be a consolidation. So you can see it's getting tighter and tighter. You can see this is pretty wide, this is getting tighter. So maybe this is just an accumulation, market makers accumulating positions, and then price may explode in to the upside or to the downside, as we saw here. And this is what I look for. So basically you can see wicks everywhere, really dirty price action, and then it just cleans up a bit. Small wicks, sustained, blue consecutive candles, nice size on the blue candles. That's exactly what we look for as trend traders. So if we get to the downside, I will look for a flag or a break and day retest. Or if we get that sort of a move to the upside, I will look for a flag or a break and day retest. And yes, I would need to see a nice large impulse, such as this one. Since the price is so heavily range bound, I need some nice momentum. So that will be it for the forecast. All of the pairs are range bound. Nothing is on my watch list. Again, we're coming into Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Really good days to trade. Usually that's when momentum happens. So I will look to see if we get some trends. After these sort of accumulation phases, we usually get a nice push up or down. So be alert, be patient, do follow your plan, and I will see you guys in the next trade recap and forecast.